Or is this full-time MMA now?
I love full-time MMA right now.
Full-time MMA? Nothing else?
My life, man, yeah.
Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, because you know what time it is. It's full-time
MMA.
Tonight, I'm going to square these guys off, and thanks for coming, you guys. We'll see you Friday.
It's official. International Fight Week is cursed. Daniel Cormier fell hard at the UFC 226 pre-fight press conference to the point to where he was needed to be helped up, as you saw in that video. He was down for a solid 10 count as well. I was surprised Dana White didn't stand over him. 1, 2. No, Dana White was probably like, oh, yeah, he probably shit his drawers right there, bro. Because they already lost the co-main event, Max Holloway versus Brian Ortega. And it wasn't saved because Brian Ortega wanted to wait for Max Holloway, didn't want to accept the short notice fight against Frankie Edgar or Jeremy Stephens, which is another topic for another day that we got to discuss. But this right here almost sabotaged the main event as well. This is a champion versus champion super fight and the last title fight on the card, with Max Holloway off the card now. And with that being said, if Daniel Cormier would have got injured to the point where he couldn't fight with this little stumble, we would have a little bit of a predicament. We would be looking at UFC 226 was about to be the best fight card of the year. Now we lost the fight, and so we're still up there. But if we would have lost the other title fight, this would essentially could have been moved to free TV possibly. I mean, and I'm just saying that because we wouldn't have had a title fight. Now there still would have been a fight a lot of people want to see, Derek Lewis versus Francis Ngannou, but that doesn't necessarily mean that this card would have still been a pay-per-view, because that's not a title fight. You know, I don't know how many people would have really been shelling out $65 to watch this card if we lost both title fights, main and co-main event. But lucky for us, I believe Brett Okamoto with ESPN, he said, just spoke to someone with DC who said he's not happy about the spill today. A speaker was placed next to his chair and he tripped over it. Made it clear to say the fight is not in jeopardy though. We need to run the replay all the way back to who was setting this up and see who the culprit was. Who was the guy that put the speaker next to the champion? You're fired. You know what I'm saying? Out of here. You know what you do? You know, I don't care if it's a brash move. If Dana White will fire Rodriguez that quick, this guy needs to be gone. I don't want to hear about him. I don't want no sad stories. This guy just almost ruined UFC 226, and he still might have, honestly, because DC's still in the fight, but his leg is a little swollen. The fight's in what, 2 days from now? It's Thursday, so we've got Friday, Saturday. So 2 days from now, DC's going to be fighting versus Stipe Miocic, the heavyweight champion. And he might have a little bit of an injury. We'll see what happens. I'm sure he's going to have some great doctors looking at it and doing whatever they can to make sure he's 100% for the fight. But of course, you know, usually fighters do come into a fight a little dinged up, just going through a hard training camp. But they usually don't fall over speakers, and honestly it sounded like a hard fall. You could see Daniel Cormier's belt go flying, his leg flew up behind him. It was pretty crazy. Actually, man, we might have to, no, I'm not gonna put it in slow-mo, man. Actually, yeah, we are. As a matter of fact, it is what it is. We've talked enough about this. The fight is still on. Daniel Cormier versus Stipe Miocic at UFC 226 was in jeopardy though because of this fall, and when you watch it in slow-mo, watch, Daniel Cormier eats shit, bro. He fucking like face plants, it looks like, as his leg flies up way back, his belt flies forward. Like this was, and you hear a loud thud as well. So this is just unfortunate. Like I said, whoever put that speaker there, get out of here. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And before we go, shout out to all the full-time MMA white belts that have hit the subscribe button. Make sure you also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you want to become a full-time MMA blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, or black belt, all you have to do is go to patreon.com/fulltimemma. I'm out.
Da 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 da! It's the motherfucking DOWG!